Welcome back to #That. I'm Joe Flynn.
And I'm Michael Katzflynn. From Dance Fusion to Nintendo Switch 2, we are back with the latest entertainment news updates.
All that and more. From Hamden to Hollywood, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news. From Hamden to Hollywood,
we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
Harvey Weinstein's rape retrial began last week in New York, following the overturning of his 2020 conviction due to judicial errors regarding witness testimony. The new trial features a jury of 7 women and 5 men and centers on accusations from 3 women who allege Weinstein used his influence in Hollywood to sexually assault them between 2006 and 2013. Prosecutors argue that Weinstein was a serial predator who manipulated career opportunities to exploit vulnerable women, while his defense maintains that the encounters were consensual and mutually beneficial for the accusers' careers. Weinstein appeared in court in a wheelchair and is being held at Bellevue Hospital due to serious health issues, including leukemia and heart disease. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges and faces the possibility of decades in prison if convicted. The retrial is being closely watched as a major test of the Me Too movement's impact and the ongoing quest for accountability in the entertainment industry. The proceedings are expected to last several weeks with significant attention from both the media and the public.
Moving on, the suspects involved with the 2016 robbery of Kim Kardashian's jewelry will stand trial in May. The trial will begin nearly 9 years after the incident in which the suspects robbed Kim in Paris. The group broke into Kardashian's hotel room and stole a variety of jewelry and luxury items. The robbery involved 10 people nicknamed the Grandpa Robbers due to their age. The majority of suspects were initially arrested less than 4 months after the incident. However, it is only now where they will be prosecuted. The delay was initially due to some of the suspects succumbing to illnesses that made them unfit for trial. Kardashian's attorney, Michael Rhodes, said the following about the investigation. Quote, Kim has tremendous appreciation and admiration for the French judicial system. She has been treated with great respect by the French authorities, end quote. Only one of the suspects, 72-year-old Eunice Abbas, has admitted to his involvement with the robbery. He detailed his involvement in a 2021 book titled I Kidnapped Kim Kardashian.
We started off the night heavy, but to move on to some lighter news, the nominations for the 2025 American Music Awards have been released, with Kendrick Lamar leading with 10 nominations, including Artist of the Year and Album of the Year for GNX. Post Malone follows with 8 nominations, recognized for his genre-blending album F1 Trillion, and hit collaborations like I Had Some Help with Morgan Wallen. Billie Eilish, Chappelle Roan, and Shabuzi each earned 7 nominations, reflecting their strong chart presence this year. Taylor Swift, already the most awarded artist in AMA history, received 6 nominations, including Artist of the Year and Favorite Pop Album for the Tortured Poets department. Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter is also up for Album of the Year and Favorite Country Album, showing her successful country crossover. The MS hosted by Jennifer Lopez and airing live from Las Vegas on May 26, let fans vote for the winner's nominees, were chosen based on chart performance, sales, streaming, and social media buzz. This year's show highlights both established stars and exciting newcomers, promising a memorable night for music fans.
Moving to local news, the Student Programming Board hosted their annual Wake the Giant event last night, featuring hip-hop artist Quavo. Artist DJ Fire was also present as the opener for the event. Quavo stepped in as the artist of choice following hip-hop artist NLE Choppa's cancellation weeks prior. This is the second time a member of the former hip-hop group Migos performed at Wake the Giant. Fellow member Offset previously performed at Wake the Giant in 2023. Both performances included a tribute to former member Takeoff, who passed away in 2022. The track list included songs like Fight Night, Pick Up the Phone, and Walk It Like I Talk It.
Dance Fusion recently had their spring showcase, where all kinds of dances were showcased. Here with some interviews from those involved is Alex Kendall.
What's up, hashtag? It's Alex, and I'm reporting outside of Joseph Mayo Middle School, where Dance Fusion is hosting its annual spring showcase. They've been preparing and practicing for months, and it's finally time to show off their hard work. In lieu of this performance, I was able to speak to a few Dance Fusion members to see exactly how they've been preparing. Let's take a look.
Started beginning of the spring semester, so it's been a while that everyone's been learning these dances, choreographing these dances, and we've been kind of piecing them together just recently to kind of build an entire show. So it has been a pretty long effort to get this to come. my mom always says that Dance Fusion kind of makes her want to dance, and I think that's what this will showcase will do. It's just something that like we're super proud of and can't wait to show off. We really take anybody of any background because we want that diversity in our styles and just our talent.
As a choreographer, like no matter what work I put out, even if I'm in the dance or not, I like to look a certain way because I look at it as like my name is on the piece. So like if like I always tell people like if you mess up, like it's not your fault, it's my fault because like I should have caught it. Like I definitely be confident in yourself and in your own dance that you're trying to teach. Because if you're not, it makes the process 10 times harder. Like you might start talking more quieter, people can't hear you. Be mindful of time, be confident in your choreo, know your choreo, because sometimes you can get it like feels overwhelming when you have all these people behind you and they're like depending on you to teach it to them and you're like, oh my god, what's the next move, and like you forget. So just know your choreo.
I am Dance Fusion's performance coordinator, so I'm actually the one who collaborates with the middle school to create this event and to kind of put it all together, making the program, the show order, all of that. And so my role on the team is really just booking us for games and performances, things like Q-thon, and specifically this showcase at the end of the year every year. It's definitely a cool opportunity. It's not something that our team gets to do every day, so it's something that we put a lot of effort into, and it's definitely an upgrade. It's really nice kind of bringing in these professionals who are the best at their job and having them kind of bring our vision to life. Big part of this position is just kind of making the team look good. It's less about me, it's more about us as a whole, so it's really nice to kind of get to shine a spotlight on a program I really care about here at the school. These girls are some of the most resilient and hardworking and just dedicated team members, and their passion for dance shows through everything they do. We've had a lot of ups and downs as a team, but the core fact being that we get through it together every single time. They're just some of the most inspiring people I've ever gotten to be around.
Having reported on this event last year, I knew that this year would be just as good, if not better. These talented individuals have proven time and time again the quality that comes from hard work and a supportive team. This may be my last package, but this isn't going to be the last you'll be seeing of me. Stay tuned for more fun and games right after this commercial break.
Elmo loves to giggle. Elmo's mommy told him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
There are so many new movies coming out right now. I don't know if my wallet can take it. What's going on behind the scenes? Sean Vlukovic is here with Cinema Spotlight to tell us.
Thanks, guys. Hollywood just keeps hitting us with more and more thunderbolts of stories, and we got a lot to go over. The Academy has introduced some new rules for the 98th Oscars, one of which being something that will hopefully create a more informed voting during the finals. According to a press release on Monday from the Academy, quote, Academy members must now watch all nominated films in each category to be eligible to vote in the final round for the Oscars. All designated nominees will also be included on the final ballot, end quote. Another notable change includes the role generative AI use in a film has on eligibility for awards. The Academy states from the same press release, quote, with regard to generative artificial intelligence and other digital tools used in the making of the film, the tools neither help nor harm the chances of achieving a nomination. The Academy and each branch will judge the achievement, taking into account the degree to which a human was at the heart of the creative authorship when choosing which movie to award, end quote. Other rule changes include changes to dates for proof of submission to the PGA, music categories, and for international feature submissions, the language was updated to include refugee and asylum status filmmakers. With Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts right around the corner, one of the stars of the film, Wyatt Russell, joked about his media training for the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. With the film only a year away, the cast, as one might imagine, has had to remain very tight-lipped on anything regarding the highly anticipated crossover film. According to Variety, Russell joked to Comic Book, quote, "Media training for Doomsday is they just hold a knife to your neck and said, you say anything and it's over," end quote. Co-star David Harbour, who plays Red Guardian in Thunderbolts, also had a few things to say on the matter. Harbour stated, quote, "It's the most terrifying stunt imaginable, doing a bunch of interviews where they go, 'So we hear you're in Doomsday?' End quote. If that's what these two are going through, I can only imagine the long conversations that are going to be had with others in the cast." Sinners has been doing extremely well at the box office the past 2 weekends. According to Variety, it made $45 million in its second weekend, with that being only a 6% drop since its first. This puts the film at having grossed, again, according to Variety, $122.5 million domestically and $161.6 globally against its production budget of $90 million. According to the same article, this can be attributed to, quote, "glowing reviews and audience enthusiasm that seem likely to keep turbocharging the film at the domestic box office, even as the summer movie season kicks off," end quote. All of this even with releases such as The Accountant 2 and the 20th anniversary of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, both of which respectively made $38.2 and $42 million globally. Now, with all of that said, I just want to take a brief moment of your time here. I've gotten the opportunity to do, keep going, thank you, many great things during my 3 years in Q30, starting out as a cast member on Quinnipiac Tonight, then being an associate producer the following fall. My love for creating for the station also expanded that same semester when Michael Katz Flynn and I brought you a review of Super Mario Bros. Wonder, a segment in which I started a little known to any of us at the time, semi-tradition of me wearing something out of the ordinary whenever I was on air for Hashtag, whether that be a Dr. Robotnik coat, a Mario cap, or even a full suit and tie sporting Mario characters and iconography from head to toe. I helped make some packages, hosted segments like this, and even hosted on desk a few times. I'm very grateful for those opportunities and for you, as well as those in charge, for putting up with my tomfoolery. The friendships I've made in both shows are ones that I want to hold on to for the rest of my life, and I have my time in Q30 to thank for that. And now, a quick bit of advice for those who will be here immediately and long after I leave. Experiment. Be creative. Just bend and break things, because you never know what may come out of it, even if it's considered untouchable. You may try something new and it very well may fail, or it could be a wild success, elevating your craft and show to a level not thought possible. Don't fear failure or change. Fear a stagnant status quo. And if people say, that's not possible, or I'm not sure how well that will work, and it's something that you really believe in, just respond with, is that a challenge? And embrace that challenge, because a valuable experience will come out of it one way or another. To wrap things up, I think it's only fitting to quote a great doctor from a certain movie. I guess there's only one thing left to say. It's been a real drag. Thanks for listening, and now it's time to give the spotlight back to the desk.
While it's been up in the air if TikTok is here to stay, it hasn't slowed down influencers trying out new editing styles for viewers. Here to break down these new aesthetics is Emily Katz.
Hey, hashtag Emily Katz here, and I'm so excited to talk about a new trend that has really caught my attention. This trend goes by the name digital postcards. Yes, you heard that correctly. It also might be known as video postcards, but you might have seen it coming up on your TikTok or YouTube Shorts or even your Instagram Reels. The best way to think about what this style entails is to think about a traditional postcard. And what I mean by that is, well, a traditional postcard, what do we think of? It's a way to capture a moment, say where you are, what you're up to, what you're doing, and send that to a friend or family member. When you think about a digital postcard, it's the exact same, only now we're taking that same foundation and putting it into a digital form, into a video. And what's so unique about this new type of style, unlike the reels we might be used to, it uses cinematic techniques. They often use sound effects, text overlays. You see the bold or fancy type of Wes Anderson style text overlays. And even the pacing itself of really guiding an audience along into the story that you're trying to convey. I find that I'm seeing this trend being used a lot in get ready with me videos, a day in the life, travel overviews, vlogs, and even just taking those really simple actions such as grabbing a cup of coffee. So I decided to create my own unique test and go out there and film my own. I took my phone, shot a few clips of a day in my life. Here are the results. This new style is that it really conveys that we're stepping away from the ordinary. You know, creators are stepping out of their comfort zones to try something new and provide this really unique experience when someone watches your content. What's so exciting about this trend is not only how accessible it is, but how by taking that stronger creative and storytelling approach to social media content, brands and businesses are able to build those stronger emotional connections with their audiences. It's much more time consuming than it looks at first. And that was something that, going through this process, I was able to discover. And I think because of that, I'm going to be much more appreciative of seeing other creators do it. As for now, I think this trend is definitely going to grow. I think we're going to be seeing these larger storytelling approaches from larger brands and businesses. But until then, I think we're really stepping away from the standard few-minute selfie-style shots, and we're really going to start seeing more engaging many types of films within the social media creation field. And I'm really excited to just see where that path goes. And so, but that's all I have on digital postcards for you today. Hashtag that. We'll be back after this quick commercial break.
Buckle up! Nobody is more prepared for an emergency than Dogman.
With all your kung fu skills and your canine fortitude or whatnot.
But for the rest of us, a good plan goes a long way.
Come on, let's go!
So, whether it's an unexpected disaster or the world's most evilest cat bent on destroying all do-gooders,
Destroy all do-gooders!
you can help your family be ready for anything.
No time to waste. Will you get out of here?
Get started today at ready.gov/kids.
We're back with this week's Press Play. Alex Kendall may have just given us the scoop on Dance Fusion, but now she is giving us the scoop of what's going on in the gaming world.
Thanks, guys. I know you already saw my face today, but I just had to come on and press play on this desk one last time. Video game adaptations have seen quite a bit of success on the silver screen. From The Last of Us to the Minecraft movie, fans have been flocking to theaters to get more of their favorite games. Thus, it came to be no surprise that hit game Until Dawn would be receiving a similar game-to-screen treatment. However, astonishingly, the original writers of Until Dawn, Larry Fessenden and Graham Resnick, did not get credited in the feature film. The pair was responsible for the original storyline and subplots that were almost as synonymous as the gameplay, having written almost 10,000 pages, setting a Guinness World Record for the 2015 game. Though these writers were not responsible for the new storylines in the movie, typically the original creatives are offered special thanks in the credits for the inspiration of their work. In a recent interview, Fessenden and Resnick noted that, quote, "I didn't assume anything, but I thought somebody would have bothered to throw in our names even during the end credits. But there's no courtesy in showbiz," end quote. It is important to note that this pair did not create the Until Dawn game, only the story. As such, there's a big difference in crediting when you compare this scenario to Neil Druckmann's The Last of Us, where he participated in story and development. To this day, video game writers are not covered by the WGA, and thereby do not receive the same protections as other writers. As such, it is still heavily debated how written credits work when transferring from video games to TV and film. The question remains of whether these writers deserved a credit in the movie, or if this opens up the door to more industry reform.
So there definitely is a bit of gray area in this situation. So on one hand, the game creator is the one that made the source material. So like, even though this is a fresh take, new adaptation, the creator of the game is still responsible for the source material. So they definitely still deserve some form of credit. However, this is still a new adaptation and new writers are coming in. And while they're pulling inspiration from the old game, they're still throwing in their new ideas and twists. So they still are the writers. Though that being said, the developers of the game, they still deserve some credit because like without them, this new adaptation wouldn't exist.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, Mike. I think it's important that you credit anything you draw inspiration from, especially with these original stories. So even if you weren't involved with the film production itself, you should still be credited because this is your story. It was inspired by it. It's like if someone was sourcing a book for another, like a screenplay or something like that.
Exactly.
I think it's necessary for credit to be given.
Absolutely. Video game adaptations are not the only thing high in demand, but also the new Nintendo Switch. The company has received heavy backlash for the soar in pricing. This outrage peaked last Friday after the company announced that a variety of Switch 2 accessories will experience additional price adjustments. Analyst Dr. Serkan Toto from Content Games explained that, quote, "Against the backdrop of global inflation, it's a good opportunity for Nintendo now to set the stage for the future and raise prices across the board," end quote. Despite the intense response, the gaming company seems optimistic about weathering the storm as they believe fans will come to adjust to these prices. This thinking is further proven by the sheer amount of pre-orders Nintendo is projecting, even going as far to issue a statement apologizing for pushing the pre-order date from April 9th to April 24th. Nintendo continues to push that prices depend on game value, not the economy or tariffs. With other companies like Sony raising prices and getting away with it, it begs the question of whether or not this will be the start of a mass price increase for the gaming industry as a whole. After these major companies saw success even after these price increases, will other companies follow suit, or will fans go back to mobile and PC gaming?
I'll start this one here. I think it's going to be an industry-wide trend, unfortunately. Back in 2020, the next-gen games for the then PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X saw an increase of the standard from being $60 to $70, and I think that's what's going to happen here with Mario Kart now retailing for $80. I think it's only standard for other companies to increase their prices and go with the trend. And I think with PC gaming having more access to indie developers and indie games, I think there will be a kind of increase of people joining that population because games are going to be less expensive and the barrier of entry is just going to be a little bit lower.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. The Nintendo price increase are really hard to justify. I mean, the one I will justify, I think the console itself is justifiable given how much more powerful it is to compare to the original Switch, so I think that's justifiable. However, the games and all the accessories costing more, I think that's completely ridiculous, especially charging $80 to $90 for new games. And it's really sad to see Nintendo being the one to start this price increase because while they have adjusted their price over time, it's usually always Microsoft and Sony to be the ones that start the trend, and Nintendo to follow suit much later. And they've always been known for being the cheaper option. Right. And now they're joining suit, and now they're more expensive than PlayStation and Xbox games. So it's only a matter of time before they join those, or possibly become more expensive. It's sad to say, given what you said, Joe, about indie developers having more free range on PC. I think we'll see an upgrade in that. But in terms of consoles, I think it's unfortunately going to be the new norm, and it's only going to get worse from here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 20 years, $100 becomes the norm.
Absolutely. It'll be very interesting to see how the gaming industry will move forward. All right. I can't believe that it's already been 3 years since I've come to the station.
I've seen it through the good, the bad, and the creaky ceilings. I've been here since our COVID shows and through a whole new change of set. Through 3 amazing generations of Q30 TV cabinets and seen the people I brought into the station grow to be associate and executive producers. When I first came to the station, I felt like I didn't fit into entertainment. I had incredible imposter syndrome, thinking, me? A member? A reporter? A producer? Impossible. However, the station breaks barriers and exceeds limits every day. My time here has shaped my growth, my personality, and my friendships in ways that I will never be able to live without. Being an executive producer opened up doors that I would have never thought would be opened otherwise. Being a member gave me friends that I will be dragging with me to see movies with for years to come. I am so incredibly proud of everyone in Hashtag. This always seemed more than just a club. It's a home. Even within the greater Q30 TV station, Hashtag has always been that special place, irreplaceable. But the thing that truly made it special were the people. Michael, you've grown so much into your role as an EP. Your love and dedication to the station is unrivaled. You are the reason I continued with Hashtag even into my final year. Thank you for always sticking by me, gossip sessions and all. Joe, you are such an incredibly funny, talented, and heartwarming person. You light up every room, you spark every conversation. Not only are you actually the coolest person ever, but you also continue to inspire me daily. I am honored to have such an amazing friend like you. I am so proud of what you have both been able to accomplish. Both your legacies and mine will be inspiration left upon the people who will carry on this show. I couldn't be prouder of Liam, Sam Nunez, Sam Shaw, Ryan, Presley, Zoe, and so many more. You are the heartbeat of this station that keeps it alive. Thank you so much for preserving a space that can make someone who feels like they never belonged, belong. And with that, signing off for the last time, it's Alex Kendall for Hashtag That. Truly, thank you for listening. Now, let's sit through one more loading screen and see these two finally 100% this game.
No, I'm not gambling.
Live from the Piazza, it's Quinnipiac tonight!
Here at Sports Pause, we like to have balance between having fun and working hard. Sometimes that competition we cover gets into our producing.
Tune in every Monday night at 9:30 at q30tv.com/watch for all the news, highlights, and more. This is Sports Pause.
Reporting from the Grove for Q30 News.
Reporting from the Miller Library for Q30 News.
Reporting from the Mount Carmel campus for Q30 News.
Reporting on Whitney Ave for Q30 News.
This week, Michael and I are playing a game of EP Final Exam with our host, Casey Nedelka.
What's poppin', Flins? There's been a lot of great packages that come out of the show this year, and as executive producers, I hope you two have been keeping track. All right, question 1. Who did a review package on the final season of Cobra Kai? A. Olivia Gruber, B. Nicole Giamatti, or C. Ryan Zayas?
I'm going to go with B. Nicole Giamatti.
I was also going to say B.
That is correct. And I remind you, the glass is made of desk. The desk is made of glass. Be careful. Question 2. Who did a reader on the untimely passing of Peanut the Squirrel? A. Liam Chen, B. Patrick Sorbero, or C. Michael Castillo?
Castillo? Who else?
Castillo.
Literally, who else would do a reader like that?
Question 3. Who did a package on the 2025 Sundance Film Festival? A. Ryan Zayas, B. Josh Cook, or C. Aaron Christensen?
I'm going to go with A. Ryan Zayaks.
That is correct.
I was on the trip. He was the only one of those three that were actually there.
That is true. Question 4. How many people gave opinions during the Severance Season 2 package? A. 3, B. 4, or C. 6?
6.
It is 6. Question 5. It was a good package. Who did a reader on Matt Damon's upcoming role in The Odyssey? A. Samantha Nunez, B. Frank Lloyd, or C. Alex Bean?
I wish I could say Alex Bean, but it was Frank Lloyd.
It was Frank Lloyd.
Future AP.
Question 6 and the final question. Who did a package on attending a Billie Eilish concert? A. Brandon Murdoch, B. Alex Kendall, or C. Aaron Christensen?
I'm going to go with C. Aaron Christensen.
That is correct.
I was going to say Brandon Murdoch. Come on.
Yeah.
We know how much Brandon Murdoch loves Billie Eilish.
Big Billie Eilish fan.
Now, the final question is a discussion one. What was your favorite package that you have worked on?
All right. Hands down, the Krabby Patty review from October. That was one of the most fun experiences I've had in Hashtag.
Yeah, that was such a great package. I mean, I've done a lot of fun packages in my time there, but like that was truly like the most fun I had. I mean, one of the ones I also enjoyed recently was my Doomsday package. How we did the pre-record toss and me teleporting from the desk to the room.
That was really cool.
I mean, there's so many to pick from, but Krabby Patty still takes the cake.
100%.
All right. That's all the time we have for questions, but now it is time for my final goodbye. When I first joined Q30, I only participated in Quinnipiac Tonight, and I thought that Hashtag was a 7 a.m. show. Thankfully, I learned I was wrong, and I got involved immediately, and it was the best decision I ever made. Q30 has been a core part of my experience here at Quinnipiac, and while I probably wouldn't have transferred, I would have been incredibly bored without it. It seems strange to finally be saying goodbye, as I spent the last 4 years of my life in this station. I participated and been on almost every show, and I've served in the cabinet of Q30 for the last 2 years. I watched countless friends graduate and leave, and somehow it's my turn. I've met people here who have become my best friends, and I'll be forever grateful to this station. To my family, thank you for always supporting me, and to my grandma who always asks when I'm going on the shows, yes, I will be on Hashtag Tonight. To Alex, Rada, and Koza, I'm so glad we went to Sundance together because I gained 3 new brothers from it. Ryan, I love you, and also you owe me $20. I won't go on anymore, and I'll let our EPs take over. Thank you, and good night.
Hey, Hashtag. Before the show ends, I would like to say a few words about my time at Q30. In February of 2024, during my second semester as a junior, I was at a shuttle stop waiting to be taken back to York Hill. While waiting for the shuttle, I was reflecting on what I've done up to that point in my college career. And to be honest, I wasn't really satisfied. I just wanted to do more. I just didn't know where to start. As I was thinking, I was approached by Michael Katz-Flynn, who I had just had class with. I struck up a conversation with him and mentioned that I had wanted to get involved with something. He suggested that I should join Hashtag That and Quinnipiac Tonight, as he was very involved with both. It felt like a calling. I later learned that the only reason MKF went to the shuttle stop that day was because he forgot his gym clothes. Talk about right place at the right time. That small interaction created a butterfly effect that has had an immense and unforgettable impact on my life. Because of this, the following happened. I became a leader of an incredible show with multitudes of talent and creativity flowing within. I learned more about myself and become more comfortable expressing who I am. I created memories from moments of joy, stress, and all of the emotions in between that I will cherish forever. But most importantly, I had the privilege to meet some of the kindest, most genuine, and most talented individuals to walk this earth. I could go on and on about the many stories I've had throughout my time here, but it would probably take the whole night. To Mom, Dad, Jack, and all in the Flynn family, thank you for always being at my side and guiding me through everything. You have helped me through thick and thin and helped me become the best I can be. To Brianna Trachtenberg, Aaron Epstein, and JJ Tafudo, thank you for pushing everyone on Hashtag to create the best possible content. You have truly exemplified what it means to lead an organization like Q30. To Presley Schmidt, Zoe Matzel, Olivia Gruber, Frank Lloyd, Emily Katz, and Olivia Mastromarino, thank you for stepping up as the next producing staff for Hashtag That. I'm so glad that this show is being left in safe hands, and I can't wait to see where you take it. To Alex Kendall, thank you for helping guide me into becoming an executive producer. Your energy and presence radiates joy and can light up any room. I thank you for passing the graphics torch on to me. To Liam Chen, Samantha Nunez, Aaron Christensen, and Patrick Sorbero, Thank you for being the best associate producers anyone could ask for. Our inside jokes are some of the funniest I've been a part of, and I will miss seeing you guys every Monday. You all have grown so much in the way you create content, and seeing it week by week was incredible. I can't wait to see what the future holds. To Michael Katz-Flynn, thank you for bringing me into this incredible organization and giving my college career an incredible send-off. From the incredible tosses to the clever puns, your impact on me and others is immeasurable. Q30 will certainly not be the same without you, and your legacy will be legendary. It was an honor to call you my fellow executive producer. And to the many others who had made my Quinnipiac experience incredible, thank you. Goodbye, hashtag.
I started my college experience freshman year at Champlain College, which for a number of reasons did not work out, and I knew I needed some sort of change. I transferred to Quinnipiac my sophomore year, not knowing what to expect. I was transferring in after everyone had already gone through the adjustment phase and had their groups, well, I had to figure it out all over again. I wasn't a film major at the time, but was very big on movies and creativity, and it was something I had thought of getting into, so I was intrigued by Q30. I started off as a cast member for Quinnipiac Tonight, which was only the beginning. A month in, I wanted to branch out, and I'd heard about another show in the entertainment department, hashtag that. I went to shadow a show, not knowing what it was about, and while it was very different from Q Tonight, the show still had a lot of appeal to me as a platform where I could talk about my favorite movies, shows, video games, and anything entertainment, so I kept coming back. I also joined QFS and got to attend the Sundance Film Festival, which you have told me during the summer I would be going. I don't think I would have believed you. As I got more involved and acquainted with talented people, I had a film minor to my studies to set me on the path. The following year, I became an associate producer for hashtag that, which was one of the best decisions I ever could have made, as I got to work with such an amazing group of people that really got me out of my shell. As I gained more skills and got more invested in my film class compared to the others, I knew this was what I wanted to do and was sick and tired of telling myself I couldn't do this. So I had a film as my second major, never looked back, and have never been happier. I even got to go to the Cannes Film Festival that summer, which was life-changing. This year I got to become an executive producer and was an assistant director on a short film where all the skills I've learned over here culminated, and I got to prove myself what I can really do. My time at Quinnipiac has been the most impactful years of my entire life. I've met so many great people who have inspired me and helped me show the path to become my true self. I've gotten involved with organizations where I feel right at home and have taught me so much. While it's going to be hard to say goodbye in 12 days, I'll forever hold on to the memories and lessons from my time here. Thank you to my family for everything you guys have done for me, your love, and always being there. To my co-executive Joe Flynn, it's still crazy to me how our friendship started by me forgetting my gym shorts. And there's no one I would have rather have as my executive producer or have as one of my closest friends. To my associate producers, Liam, Samantha, Aaron, and Patrick, you guys have been such a big part in helping bring the show to life, and working with you guys every week has been such a pleasure. To my former producing staff, Liz, Alex, Mick, Taylor, and Grace, it's crazy how much our chat still pops off a year later, but it goes to show the bond we formed. Thank you guys so much for giving me the necessary skills and confidence to become EP this year. There's too many people to shout out, but to everyone I've met at Quinnipiac, Q30 or elsewhere, thank you for showing me it is possible to become who I want to be, and letting me feel like I can be myself more than any other group of people I've met. I truly would not be the person I am today without any of you guys, and I truly, truly, truly am so grateful for all of you, and I can't wait to see what all of you do. Make sure to follow us on social media accounts to stay up to date.
I'm Joe Flynn.
And I'm Michael Katz-Flynn. From the producers, talent, and everyone working hard behind the scenes, thank you for watching hashtag that. It's been a pleasure being your executive producers, and we will be tuning in September 1st for the first show back to see the new gang take over.